It's time for Socially Awkward Media with Levack and Goss. Awkward on 104.5 The Team.
What the hell is going on in here? You and Closer are acting weird.
No, Closer, I didn't say God bless you after I sneezed and coughed at the same time.
That's what that was?
Yeah, I think it was. Definitely awkward, like Socially Awkward Media. Even though it's a Thursday at 4 o'clock.
Brought to you by.
For your convenience.
Third Avenue Water, please.
Always taking care of you.
I like it because you drop off the bags. If you don't have an account, you don't have to touch the stuff. I don't want your beer spittle on my hands. Okay, they got guys with gloves. They take care of all that, and they give you money. I love it.
If you want to be a part of Socially Awkward Media, or if you want to be a part of the show, there's a bunch of ways you can always be a part of it. 1045theteam.com. You can always comment on blogs that we write. You can go to Facebook.com/1045theteam. Write some comments under some posts there. Head on to Twitter at 1045theteam, 140 characters and less. Or at the Jeff Levack to talk to Levack. At Tom Goss, TOMGOZZ to talk to me. And away we go. The first one came from the Albany men's basketball coach, Coach Will Brown. He tweeted at you, Levack. He wrote, #Free Oakley.
Yeah, man, because we were on the same side of this one. Will and I are really close. We usually only talk mixed martial arts, but at that point, it was so clear that Oakley was the victim here. Now, I still think Oakley is the greater victim in the whole thing, but he's muddying the water and making it more difficult to figure out.
How's your shirt doing? What day is it supposed to arrive? Your Free Oakley shirt.
They shipped it this morning, so I can look. Thanks a lot, Barstool.
Ooh, and the next one, Tim wrote in.
By the time I get it, I'm going to hate Oakley. I'm like, duh!
Tim wrote in and wrote, "Excuse me, sir, are those Oakley sunglasses you're wearing?" Yes, they are. Security, get them out of here!
Well, that's because people were getting kicked out of the Rangers game for starting a free Oakley chant. So we were joking. We're like, dude, Oakley shirts, Oakley jerseys, you're going to get kicked out. You took it one step farther, and we appreciate you for it.
Even though that video for me, those guys were cutting up. Those guys were acting up a bit. I get the part that we saw seemed really funny, and again, I've been in chants and acting a fool at sporting events, everything else. Those guys were asking for it. I want to see what happened leading up to that.
But they didn't deserve to be threatened to be kicked out.
Eric D. wrote it. Eric said, "James Dolan sounds like Jim Brewer."
Maybe a character Jim Brewer would do, but not Jim Brewer himself to me.
No, neither for me. But you had a good sound one. The guy from The Simpsons, right?
Yeah, the psychiatrist from The Simpsons.
He did sound a little bit like him.
I guess I'd have to. I wish I had thought.
No, you have to find it. We get it. Just trust us on it. Look it up. Psychiatrist from The Simpsons, James Dolan. They sound alike. Trust us on that one.
Or.
Are you that fast with the mouse?
Yes. I think. Maybe not.
I can give you
Simpsons?
Drive me crazy. I don't know what to do.
No, my fault.
Lisa!
Oh, boy, Mince.
No, this is a different one. Not the same guy. Never mind.
Oh, well.
Forget that happened.
Socially Awkward Media for a reason.
It's awkward!
Rusty wrote in. Rusty wrote, "The biggest mistake James Dolan made was not having Grayson Allen come over and take Charles Oakley."
My God, it's Grayson Allen's music! He just took out Oakland! Now he's taking job security!
That's a good idea by Rusty. It's a good point.
And then have him, championship match against Latrell Sprewell. I love when they showed the video of Latrell Sprewell back, like, when he was just cursing out Dolan during an entire game, where he's just running up and down the court and Dolan was on the sideline and he's just flipping him off and swearing at him the entire game, and now he's sitting next to him like, oh no, we've been buddies all along.
Benjamin writes that too. He wrote, "Nick's organization showing our, quote, family values. #joke. #trade mellow." Spelled wrong, by the way. MELLO. #dumpster fire.
A lot of hashtags, all appropriate. Joke, dumpster fire, terrible. I mean, can't win on the court, and we're dragging our legends off the court. So, whatever.
Dan, as much as we were talking about the New York Knicks this whole time, Dan wasn't a big fan of the Knicks talk. He wrote in, "So good to see that regular season basketball is more important than postseason wrestling. #518 wrestling. #oldest sport." Dan was upset we were not talking more about amateur wrestling locally than the New York Knicks, Charles Oakley, in the feud.
All right, Dan, we're going to break down the Whizzer for a good 15 minutes right now. So here we go. When using the Whizzer appropriately, you can gain leverage over your opponent.
There you go, Dan.
You feel better?
We did it for you.
Do you feel better? Because I feel like everyone else just turned off the radio, Dan.
Believe it or not, Dan, you are the only person, I think this has ever worked here, that advised us we should be talking more about amateur wrestling.
Like I have friends who run groups and stuff, and when they want to come in and talk about it, I'm more than happy to have them.
Of course, not this week, man.
But my 8th grade modified wrestling history is just not enough to really break it down.
Just be surprised how many listeners don't want to hear that. But maybe one time in the future.
Though I will tell you, never be embarrassed of gas when you're wrestling. It is the perfect secret weapon.
All right, we're moving on.
Seriously, you just drop a couple bombs. Nobody wants to roll around with you.
I posted a story about Odell Beckham.
Dating too, by the way.
I posted a story about Odell Beckham Jr. Got a little bit of heat on social media. Ed went directly to 1045theteam.com to let me know what he thought. Ed wrote in, "Leave him alone for Pete's sakes. What's next? He forgot to say excuse me after belching? The media's really starting to sicken me on so many levels." If you don't know the story, Odell Beckham Jr. was robbed over the Super Bowl week. And I posted for the Page 6 article, Odell Beckham Jr. has another off-the-field issue. From that headline, people took it as if Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, because you're a troll.
I'm a troll.
You trolled him.
Whoa. How did I troll him?
That implies he did something stupid again.
No, it's not.
Yes, it does. It absolutely.
Odell Beckham Jr. has an off-the-field issue. If I went outside of work and I said, Levack has an off-air issue, and you
they would think I got drunk and in trouble. You say Levack was held up at gunpoint. Oh, my God, I hope he's okay. Levack had an off the station issue. Oh no!
Click to find out what's the issue.
Yeah,
and then they read it. They're like, no, that's not what I wanted.
Right? Because you implied he did something stupid.
No, I don't think so. I think we'll agree to disagree. I just posted an article about an issue.
No, there's no agree to disagree. I'm right. You're wrong.
We'll move on. Andrew wrote in, Chad Kelly was a punk at JUCO, too. Watch the Netflix series Last Chance U, and you'll understand he's a cancer. Chad Kelly not invited to the NFL Combine, not because of his health, because he has a ton of off-the-field issues. That's according to NFL Draft Scout on Twitter.
Somebody's going to give him a chance, and that's why I just think you put him in the right situation, and he'll straighten up. I think you get him in the right team with the right personalities around him, he'll straighten up. That's my theory. That's all. That's all I got for you. He's definitely a punk. I mean, Last Chance U on Netflix, I started watching it finally. It's pretty compelling television.
Chad Kelly's really talented. I wouldn't want to have him as a teammate. I don't think he'd be a good friend. I think he's really self-absorbed. He loves himself. He has a huge ego.
He went to Ole Miss. Can't read.
Got thrown out of Clemson because he got in a fight with Dabo Sweeney, a verbal altercation after that team was really good. Can he play football? Can he throw the football around? Yeah, he's no doubt talented, but invest a lot of money in somebody like that? I'm not ready to go that far.
No, he'll be undrafted.
Mike wrote this, I personally don't care about athletes' ideology, heritage, outlook, or view on life. Now, again, this is talking about social media and athletes taking social media. I wrote back to Mike and wrote, look, you're probably the minority now because a lot of these athletes post what they want to post on social media, and they have a bunch of followers.
I definitely take it all with a grain of salt. I mean, it's not, I don't change the way I live based on LeBron James' opinion of the current political system. But they're just out there. I mean, they're the days of Michael Jordan saying it's none of your business. I'm going to live my life my way. No, and I'm not going to be an activist no matter how bad you pressure me to be one. Those days are gone. For every one Jordan, there's 50 guys who want to tell you everything they think about every little detail. There's 50 Draymond Greens.
And every agent and advisor is telling them, help build your brand.
Right. There's so many platforms now. Ugh.
John wrote in, even though it's February, John wrote into you, Levack. He wrote, Raiders give Del Rio 4-year extension. You think it can really get us to the promised land? # Raider Nation.
Continuity, man. I actually thought about this a lot, to be perfectly honest with you. I think he needs the absolute right coordinators to get it done. But he's definitely, sparked energy out of this team that I hadn't seen. The down for him, for me, was once Carr was off the field, the team had no heart whatsoever, and he's got to find a way to get them to play no matter who the 11 is. So
I'd say so. Some things to be optimistic about heading to the offseason, heading into an actual regular season. It's good stuff here. Now, this is socially awkward media. Some positives, some criticisms early on in this first part of it. This is where it starts to turn a bit. This is where it starts to go right on downhill. Now, first it starts because I posted a question to Richard Deitch. Richard Deitch writes for Sports Illustrated. He covers a bunch of stuff from the media side of it. I asked him about the new Sports Center, 6 p.m. format. I said, how are the ratings doing? What's a success considered for the show. It went all to hell. Check it out right now. Richard Deitch's Twitter account for Sports Illustrated. I asked that question. Scott Van Pelt got involved. It has gone pretty deep.
Really?
Sammy wrote in, and Sammy wrote, the show is awful. It's like an awkward mix between a lame talk show and Sports Center. I think it's a failure with Michael Smith and Jamel Hill. Is it really that bad?
I've watched very little of it.
Me too. I haven't watched any of it.
Well, because, we're here.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the day I was out sick, I got to see some of it. Sometimes the toaster TV's on. It's not like I can hear them, though. So I don't really know. Their show itself, the His and Her podcast and all that stuff, just never really was my kind of entertainment.
Me neither.
So,
and we're not... Michael Smith and Jamel Hill were like near us, and they were doing their home thing, and like, I don't know. Just not my thing. Sports Center, some people at ESPN believe in them, just not my cup of tea either. David wrote in, he wrote, Levack, regarding your coaching, most intelligent thing you've ever said.
that was, because over the Friday Night Tykes, I think it was, and I just said, I think it was an insult mostly. I think it's saying that I don't say many smart things, but basically you don't put your hands on your kids, you inspire them, and you know, stuff like that. I didn't
think about that. Levack said, I don't think you should hit a child during a football game in front of witnesses. And someone wrote in, that's the smartest thing you've ever said.
And then I mocked you because you got locked in a shed.
Right. Like, I think it's I honestly, though, when I first read it, I thought it was a compliment. Now I'm thinking back, like, all right, David.
I'd rather the coach yelled at my kid in front of me instead of locking him in a shed and yelling at him.
Nothing wrong with the shed.
I still stand
Nothing
by
wrong
that.
with the shed when I used to go in there and Pop Warner with my teammates.
I just stand by that. Like, I'm talking as the parent, not the coach, not the player. Why are you locking my kid in the shed? Why? Just yell at him here.
Vinny T wrote it. He wrote, Levack, does it make you sick listening to Goss kiss up to the man all day?
Yes. Oh, my God, yes. So much. Like, the bosses used to be afraid to come back here during this time frame.
Oh, stop
Goss kisses up so much now. They come back. They got like an office back here.
The
and they
bosses
hang out.
are the best, man. They can come back whenever they want.
I chased one of them out of the bar last night. I was like, get out of here.
I received this comment.
You're welcome.
You know, it's Valentine's Day a few days ago.
Actually, you know what I'm thinking about? I don't think he paid his tab. Hey!
I'll pay it. No need to worry. I'll take care of our bosses. I posted a picture about
you last night. What are you talking
What do you mean? I posted a picture, by the way, about Valentine's Day on Twitter. I was like, okay, if you need help, go to the Olive Garden. Love the Olive Garden. Jeff C. wrote in, and he wrote, Gaz, you're white trash.
It's a bit extreme. What's wrong with the Olive Garden?
I thought so, too. I thought it was a bit extreme. They have free breadsticks.
That's all right. That's why. You know, if you're only plus for the places they have free breadsticks. My kid loves the Olive Garden.
I do too. I don't think I'm white trash because I eat there.
That is funny, though. That is an extreme reply.
Cody wrote in, Gaz, you're nuts. I'm not obsessed with MMA, but I definitely know who Ronda Rousey was before that ESPN body issue came out. Lots of people did. Calm down.
She wasn't even MMA yet. She
right.
She didn't even sign.
She didn't sign with the UFC till November 2012. The body issue came out in July 2012. If you're not telling me people looked at the body issue and thought, who is that? Then you're out of your mind. She jumped out. That's
one of the things I thought.
And I wrote, you're definitely in the minority, and I don't believe that's the case. He wrote back, do you? I've watched UFC for some time now. Wouldn't say I'm obsessed. She's still made appearances on the Tough Show before that. Well, if you watch the show, which is The Ultimate Fighter or Tough Show or whatever that may be, I'd say you're an MMA fan. Like, that's one of the reasons.
Well, you say he's not obsessed, but even then, like, no, she wouldn't be on Tough before that.
I don't think she would.
He's got his time frame. He's got his time frame messed up.
Yes, he does.
I mean, hey, you know, maybe you did. Maybe, like I said, if you knew her before that issue, you paid very close attention to the Olympics. You knew about maybe the plight to get a women's division in mixed martial arts. But no, nobody knew. No, I'm with you on this one, guys. And that hurts me to agree with you ever.
BDC Thug Dude.
Yeah.
Again, BDC Thug Dude wrote in. He wrote, guys, come on. Godfather 2 is better than Godfather 1. I don't think that was the point I was trying to make. I was trying to tell you that, look, the audience expectations are for the sequel. They don't think it's going to be as good. I'm not arguing that Godfather 1's better than Godfather 2.
3 was not good.
3 was not good. Godfather 2 was very good.
I like Godfather 1 the best still. I'm still that's my number one.
Hangover 2 not very good.
It's good, especially if you've never seen 1, because it's the same movie. I almost swore.
How about Vince? I saw that. I tried to jump as quick as I could. Vince in Binghamton wrote in. Shout out to Vince, by the way, listening in Binghamton. That's awesome. Vince wrote in, any garbage plates in Houston?
Oh, no, there wasn't, man.
The answer's no.
But road trip, let's go. I'm ready.
Morgan wrote in, Gaz just brought this up today, and I was reminded it's called Slap the Bag. A box of wine, step above, depending on how you look at it. Have you ever played the game Slap the Bag with wine?
No, I still don't know what we're talking about.
All right, so Zach Byev earlier in the week talked
Yeah.
about drinking wine. I said there was an old college game that actually, like, there's a bag of wine.
Right.
You slap the bag of wine, and then you start drinking the wine, start chugging it, like not like a keg
So
stand.
what is
but
the purpose of slapping it? Is it just that you're tagging yourself in?
So I think the bubbles don't get in your mouth or something, like you're doing a funnel or something.
okay.
No joke, I watched one of my roommates do that in college, and then he was on the second floor of, like, the stairs, like the spiral
Yeah.
stair. He jumped from the second to the first floor after slapping the bag.
Don't play that game,
No,
please.
don't do that. Again, it got really weird after this. Mike L. wrote in. He wrote, we just had 1,000 people banned from the U.S., guys, and Sports Talk's infatuated with one man being banned from Madison Square Garden. Where did we go wrong?
Well, because we're Sports Talk.
Yeah, Mike.
If you want political talk, I'm sorry. I try to avoid that like the plague.
Thanks for asking me about that. And Mike C. wrote in, a different Mike wrote in, do you care that Gaz sent me a velvet pink robe for Valentine's Day?
You sent him...
What the hell's he talking about? That's how you get on socially awkward media, tweeting things like that to me. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Did you take him to Olive Garden?
A velvet pink robe for Valentine's Day?
Tying him up? You little 50 Shades Darker, buddy?
Michael George wrote in, I am stupid.
Yeah, because...
In reference to me and a caller earlier in the week saying that Brad Pitt's brother should play me in a movie. Stupid.
What do you got?
Stupid.
One more? Let's do one more.
One more. AJ wrote in, is Adrian Peterson hinting at where he really wants to play?
That's that tweet yesterday that AP dropped that the Giants are making interesting moves. I think so.
We might have an answer for that.